normally what we would do is we would have the executives get an opportunity to talk to you guys about what's going on. But I'm trying to institute a little bit more of a clamped down process in all of this. So I'm actually going to today introduce the idea of the executive talking stick. And so if you don't have the talking stick, then you don't get to talk. So that should hopefully limit some of the rambling that can occasionally happen. So we're gonna try and help out with that. So I'm gonna bring the executive talking stick over here. But I would ask that all of them talk a little bit to all of you about what great compatibility is going to mean for their particular area and why it is that we've got so many people working so hard to do so much work. So I'm going to turn it over to them. Carl, I present you the executive talking stick.
Wow, the talking stick, it's so powerful. You'll get it in a second, relax. So one of the things that I am tremendously excited about with the Great Compatibility Program is the building of RESTful APIs. How many of you are actually building RESTful APIs out here in the audience? Raise your hand. We should give these guys a hand, all of them. And how many of you are consuming their APIs that they're building? Let's give them some applause. And the magic here is those aren't the only folks who are going to be consuming these APIs. These RESTful APIs are going to be consumed all across the enterprise. We're going to be building hundreds of APIs through great compatibility. And this is going to lay a foundation for us to reuse and reuse and reuse in a tremendous way all of that capability and that middleware infrastructure, so that when we build out new things like remote deposit capture and living money and things of that nature, instead of it taking like a year or two to build something, it's going to take us a few months to build something. So that is what's most exciting to me, Ed Cook.
That's wonderful.
About great compatibility.
I'd like to actually insert just one more little structure around.
If you could, I love structure.
I'm worried that maybe you guys might be a little too unconstrained. So why don't we try this improv exercise? You guys familiar? You guys are all familiar with improv, right?
No.
So good.
JC's a little bit physically uncomfortable with him.
So if you're starting to get a little nervous, good. This is good for you. So there's an improv exercise called Yes and. Anybody familiar with that? Well, you're about to be familiar with it. So next time I ask that question, you can say yes. So as Carl passes the executive talking stick over, I'd like you to say yes and, because we're always building on the next thing. So John?
Yes, and
lovely.
Audience participation.
I practiced that for hours. To build on what Carl said, the thing that is so valuable to deposit operations, and for those of you who don't have a lot of time spent with deposit operations, we are a huge shared service within the bank. And what we are dealing with today is a number of antiquated systems and complexity. So 3 words: simplicity, simplicity, simplicity. So we are very excited about all the things that you all are going to do that is going to make life much easier for our deposit operations associates, which in turn are going to create a tremendous amount of simplicity for our customers. Ed, I'm passing on the stick.
Yes.
In all honesty, what we're really excited about, and it's something that we actually started talking about late last year when we were working on some other work, is how many folks have fixed something related to compliance in the last 6 months? You? Wow, all right. No, but in all seriousness, what we're really excited about is we're going to be building things that are compliant from the very beginning, as opposed to pushing things together and then trying to fix them after the fact. So we're really excited about that. Second, we're really excited about actually getting to learn more about the business and your processes and what you do. Because of the way the program is structured, we've got retail and direct processes that are actually coming together. So it's allowing us to learn more end-to-end what you guys are all about. And then finally, obviously there are a number of compliance requirements, but being compliant from the very beginning is going to speak volumes to the way the program is structured and its success, and will position us for success after that. So I'm going to turn it over to George.
Yes, and
So accurate aggregation of customer-directed money movement is critical to the strength of our AML program. So a lot of the work that you guys are doing to integrate across channels and products is going to make our program stronger and our regulators happier, which is a very good thing.
Good.
And we're getting rid of no bueno. What does no bueno mean for our customers? So not being able to make a deposit or withdraw or cash a check, that's what we're getting rid of, is no bueno, and making bueno for our customers, which means changing banking for good.
Yes. And we're making transactions easier for our branch associates to service our customers. So just think about it today. You're a 360 customer and you say, hey, I bank with this great bank, Capital One. Let me go to this branch, it's right around the corner. Can't do that. Well, I'm excited that we will be able to do that, and our associates will be able to service them just like any of our branch customers today.
Yes.
And I'm going to hold on mine and bring up Alper, let him speak from VP over Sales and Services for Retail.
Did she do that?
I think she
I
can.
can do that. I think I'm the only female on here, so I can make up the rules.
She's got
She said improv, didn't you? Improv.
Okay, so yes, and I'm excited about the orchestration that we're doing about bringing two banks into one and changing that customer experience, not only in the retail, but digitally and going nationally. The phenomenal of what this program is doing, and everything every piece of parts and all the connection points around the APIs, the connections into each of the channels, and the exposure to that customer is going to be a dazzling experience, and is really going to lift the Capital One brand greatly.
Yes, and I'm excited about the way that we're approaching the frontline associates and how we're making their life extremely simple as we go through the overall grade compatibility program. You've seen the life before and after earlier in the skits by the team. The challenges that they have and how they actually handle customer interactions in the branches and the call centers is impeccable. I mean, today with all the challenges, they still keep the customers happy. Imagine what can happen when the systems and the infrastructure is all talking to each other with all the beautiful RESTful APIs, and how the customers can relate to their retail and 360 accounts, be able to transfer money simply, and the bankers not having to go through 17 hoops to get something done. I'm extremely excited about that.